Goloka is the abode of Swayam Bhagavan Lord Sri Krishna. Always remember first thing, we are not Hindus. We do not have any religion. Religions are sectarians. This is the absolute truth, which is the Jaiva Dharma. The Dharma, the original Dharma is what we are following. So we are not Hindus. Okay? So these are all the Golokas and Swayam Bhagavan, Lord Sri Krishna, they are all the absolute truth. And for those who really know that there are, Krishna is avatar, all those things are actually, there are the reflections and the misinformations because of the different sectarian concepts. So, the Swayam Bhagavan Sri Krishna is the source of all avatars and all expansions. From Brahma Samhita, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and many scriptures, Upanishads, the Goloka has been described, but it's hidden. No one can understand. Goloka is above all the worlds. It is above all the spiritual dimensions. It was way high above Vaikunta. There is nothing above Goloka. This topmost Goloka is sometimes brought down by Swayam Bhagavan during his descension. These manifestations are seen as holy dhams and wonderful leelas, pastimes. So in this world there are many holy dhams, but the topmost are Brajadham and Navadvip Dham. In fact, Navadvip Dham is a hidden Vrindavan. So today we are continuing to recollect some of the memories from our last pilgrimage to Brajadham. Brajadham is not visible to everyone. It cannot be perceived by our naked eyes. We need spiritual eyes. So today we want to bring back some memories from Giri Govardhan, Yamuna, and all the forests are actually in Goloka Vrindavan, in the spiritual dimension. When Lord Krishna descends down, he brings a replica of his abode down and to enact his pastimes, wonderful leelas. Thus, the Govardhan also came down from Goloka. Goloka is always full of bliss, way higher than Vaikunta. Even just thinking about Braj brings so much of bliss. When we go to Braj, first we have to forget about our material life. We have to understand that we do not belong to this world. We have to forget our homes, the jobs and relatives and worries, money, everything you have to put outside. Because it is spiritual, nothing to do with this world. Giri Govardhan is actually singing down every day, as you all know. So when this Giri Govardhan descended on earth, it was a king of all the mountains. And he was 8 miles high and 8 miles long. Now he is singing under the earth, one sesame seed size every day, due to the curse by Pulastya Muni. But the fact is that he is shrinking due to his feeling separation from Krishna. Because without Govardhan, there is no pastime. Radharani will refuse to come down. She will not come down unless Govardhana is there, Yamuna is there, all coming from Goloka Vrindavan. But then, now, slowly that is going to disappear. And now the next cycle comes. In the next day of Brahma, again this pastime will actually re-manifest. That time, again Govardhan will manifest. Yamuna, everything will manifest. But then, so what will happen? Maybe after 10,000 years, we don't know what will happen to this all Brajadham. These all kinds of, the demons will be entering every place, and then they will do. Because you all know, Aurangzeb actually massacred. Like he destroyed so many thousands of temples in the Brajmandal. Even then we have more than 5,000 temples there. So these Giri Govardhan, now what we see, maybe on the topmost, what we can see is about 80 feet. That's the maximum you can see. So that means it's deep, almost 8 miles under the ground. Actually, I wish to have an aerial view of the entire Govardhan. And in this Giri Govardhan, at the foothills of Giri Govardhan, Our Gurudev also has a Gaudiya Math. And this is called Giridhari Gaudiya Math. Of course, like previously when I used to go there and then stay. And then along with Gurudev, we used to go to all the places and wonderful time. But this time, of course, we couldn't really go there. But this is actually one of the main centers for our Gurudev. Anyway, there are multiple ways the parikrama are going around Govardhan is done. Inner parikrama, outer parikrama, or a combination of inner and outer parikrama. The outer parikrama is about 21.5 kilometers. That is about 13 miles. Our acharyas did Govardhan parikrama every single day without fail. Yes, every single day. On a day, we all started very early morning. And with the morning chill and that serene calmness, it was so enjoyable. Wonderful, amazing. This will be there in our memory forever. We are so lucky to have a devotee from the ashram of BV, the Bhaktivedanta Muni Maharaj, that made our parikrama so wonderful and successful. And if you see that, especially when you really go in certain time, it's all fully lush with greens. But depending on the season, sometimes there will be dry. But when we went, this is basically what you are seeing is from what we really recorded from here. And so many devotees will be they're all going through this path, taking this path around Giri Govardhan. So you have to go clockwise. So keeping Giri Govardhan on your right side. Remember, like when you do the Tulasi Puja, we keep the Tulasi Maharani on the right. The same way, when we do parikrama, these all the main object, or even when you are doing parikrama of any place, like Radha Kund, Shama Kund, anything, always you go clockwise, because that way you are keeping that main center, the main object as your right side. And of course, as you really see, especially Giri Govardhan parikrama, you will see so many things around. People will be carrying some, bottle of, some can, big pot of milk, and the milk, they will be all pouring down, because it's like Abhishek, doing Abhishek of Giri Govardhan. Who is Giri Govardhan? Giri Govardhan is none other than a form of Krishna only. But these wonderful devotees, if you see, they really do something like called Dandavad parikrama, doing by their body. So if you see that, every time what they do is they really do one Dandavad pranam, and with their body, and that's a full of their height, and they really have 108 stones, and every time they do one Dandavad, they really push one stone up. Like that, they keep on doing and keep on doing. After they have done 108, then they move to the next. That means next to that, where they really keep the other one. So then they really push from there to the next. So like that, they will be going around Govardhan 21.5 kilometers. How long it will take? Months and months and months, whether it is hot or whether it is cold or whether it is raining, does not matter, and they will keep on going and going. And at the end, when they do, what will happen? Giri Govardhan surely will give darshan. And after they really get the darshan, what will they do? Will they stop there? No. Because after seeing the darshan, they will be so much spiritualized, they don't want to go back. They will do again all over the parikrama again to get one more darshan of Giri Govardhan. We will be covering only some places, not all. But this is Kushuma Sarovar. This time when we went, it was very early in the morning. It was dark, so we could not really go inside. The gate was also closed anyway.
This place used to be full of flower gardens.
Sarovara means a pond. Kushuma means actually all forests, especially with flower gardens. So this particular place, what we are actually seeing, that Kusuma Sarovara, is such a place where Narada Muni rode Narada Panjaratra at this place. It was actually narrated by Lord Shiva. And this is the scripture we follow in terms of worship and initiations, everything. So also this Narada Panjaratra has a Vishnu, the Radha Sahasranama in it. Okay, so now this was full of flowers and flower forest of flowers, wonderful flower forest. You all may remember this particular pastime that I really told many times. And Krishna used to come and then pretend. He would just climb on some of the very good flower trees, hiding from everybody. And then, Radharani and Gopis, everybody will be coming here to really collect flowers for their worship of sun god, of course. So now he will do a lot of tricks, because he will really, push a branch which has a lot of flowers. And, because he knows that they will be actually coming for some big flowers, and then so he will push the branch down so that they will be tempted to really pick them. They don't have to climb at all. So then Radharani, and then he just sees the flower, and then he just just try to catch there by holding with one hand with the branch and the other one they are plucking. And what will happen? What will Krishna do? He will leave the branch to go. What will happen then? It will take Radharani also up there, and then Radharani will be just hanging around saying, oh, you'll be shouting. And then Krishna will be just hiding now, nobody knew. Now he will jump down and say, hey, can I help me? Can I help you? So these kind of so many pastimes that used to happen in these Kusuma Sarovara, which we really saw. Giri Govardhan also, of course, there are a lot of cows and everywhere. So many cows are there. And they, it's really amazing. So we really took just a group photo, keeping this Giri Govardhan at the background. Actually, what happened was at that time, that cow actually passed stool, like basically cow dung in front of us. So anyway, there was a video, but I don't have that video. So we are not laughing, cows. Now, very important. Whenever we do Giri Govardhan, one place that we must always visit is Hari Deva temple. Yes, we did. It was in the early morning again. We just went and then got very good darshan also there. Very good darshan. So what is this thing about Harideva temple? When Brajavasis worshipped Giri Govardhan, it was actually Lord Krishna himself appeared. I am going to show some glimpses of some drama that we did too. And he accepted the offerings from Giri Govardhan. Remember, you all know the Indra Puja, right? Because Brajavasis wanted to do the puja to Indra. But then Krishna, by trick, he really changed everything. And he said, instead of worshipping Indra, why don't we really worship Giri Govardhan? Because he is the one who is really useful. He gives the grass, and he is the one who really makes the cloud to really give us that rain and so on. Why Indra worship? Forget it. And that really made Indra very unhappy. He got angry, upset, and he wanted to really take revenge. And then he wanted, so he poured so much of rain with thunders and lightning and everything. And at the end, they are actually worshipping Giri Govardhan. What was the thing happened was all those the Naivedyams, they all took for Giri Govardhan. Lord Krishna himself appeared there as Giri Govardhan, and he really accepted everything. So that was okay. After that only Indra got really mad, and then he was really pounding, and then finally Krishna had to lift Giri Govardhan. You know the story. But anyway, this Harideva temple is very special. Why? So Krishna who lifted Govardhan is called Giridhari. And Giriraja Govardhan is his second form, as I told. So actually Krishna held Giri Govardhan, which is his second form of Giriraja, on his palm, and manifested as Harideva to accept the offering. So who appeared? When he really appeared, Krishna actually, appeared as from Giri Govardhan to accept the offerings of all the Brajavasis, his name is actually Harideva. So that Harideva is in this temple, and this is called Harideva temple. This temple is actually very, very near to the Radha Kunda. Okay, which for Radha Kunda we will do a separate Harikatha because it is so big. Then also we just keep on, going over the, all the these parikrama, Giri Govardhan parikrama. We will not miss a place called Uddhava Kunda. This Uddhava Kunda is very famous, as you all know. Lord Krishna, he sent Uddhava to console Brajavasis, Nanda Baba, Yashoda, and all the gopis, so that he was actually telling, he was supposed to come and then tell, hey, don't worry, Krishna is okay, Krishna will come. Don't cry like that. He really wanted to, he wanted to tell. But what then ultimately happened was totally different. That I was really telling about this in a separate Harikatha. What happened? Nanda Baba, Yashoda, they were crying and weeping. And Uddhava came to tell, don't cry. Krishna is God. And finally what happened was, by the argument, Nanda Baba declared that, oh Uddhava, you are a fool number one. You came to tell me that my son is God. He is not God. He is my son. So if you say that he is God, then I not only lost my son, I lost God also. So he was chastising. And now Uddhava started crying. And the Uddhava came to tell them, Nanda Baba and Yashoda and all the Brajavasis, not to cry. Now he ended up in crying. Why? After seeing the devotion, the deep love for Krishna that the Brajavasis had. Finally, what is there? By the way, what is that? That was a story I was telling. He is now residing in the same Uddhava Kunda as a blade of grass. That was what he really wanted to become. Why? Because after seeing this very high devotion of these Brajavasis, especially the gopis, what happened was, he got completely changed his entire mentality. So instead of that, Uddhava, thinking that he will be really here to really pacify the gopis, it worked the other way. And they were chastising Uddhava, and Uddhava again started to cry. And cry. Finally he declared, I am nothing. Even though I am actually saying that I am the Prime Minister of Lord Krishna, I don't have any single qualification compared to the food dust of a single gopi. So, if I really get the holy dust, the dust of the holy dust from the lotus feet of these gopis on my head, then only my life will be successful. By saying that, he asked Krishna, please bestow this blessing for me. What is that? What do you want? Because when Krishna actually sent Uddhava thought, oh yeah, he's great and he could really convince. But Krishna knew Uddhava will be completely, he will understand what is the really Bhava Bhakti is. Actually, Prema Bhakti. Higher than Bhava Bhakti is Prema Bhakti. Bhava Bhakti is just a trace only. It's like one of millions of the Prema Bhakti is Bhava Bhakti. Even that is not possible to attain. Very, very difficult. So now, when Krishna said, yes, tadastu. Okay, you become. And he is still living here as a blade of grass. In fact, after Lord Krishna, Dwaraka, he left this planet. Later, they all came. Who? Actually, his grandson. He actually brought some of the queens and whoever were actually living that time. He really brought them here to this Uddhava Kunda. And they were all started actually doing a big Nama Sankirtan. In the Nama Sankirtan, Krishna appeared. Radharani appeared, gopis appeared, Uddhava appeared, Arjuna appeared. Everybody, they all started really just having wonderful Nama Sankirtan at this place, this Uddhava Kunda. So this Uddhava Kunda is not an ordinary place. So anyway, I didn't have much time to really tell all those stories also because there are monkeys everywhere. So many monkeys and so many monkeys. But anyway, whatever I could see, look at the monkey there. Look at, oh my God, everywhere. Because if you are not careful, your glass will go away. Or if you are not careful, your bags and everything will go away and finished. So you have to be very careful. So where will you concentrate? On the Harikatha or, or from the monkeys? So this was it. Anyway, so you keep walking. You keep walking. So many things to see. But again, as I told you, don't remember anything about this, your job or your work or your money or nothing. Otherwise, you cannot really get to this glimpse of this spiritual world. So what you see here is called Sankarshan Kunda. So this Sankarshan is actually basically Balaram. Balaram is actually, his expansion is actually Sankarshan Kunda. It's a Sankarshan. So this Kunda is actually named after him. Now coming to that place is called Anyoragan. We are actually going by that. We are just going, busy. So this is the foothill of Govardhan where there are many places. This particular place is called Anyoragan. Why? This is the place, same place where Giri Govardhan appeared. Giri Govardhan appeared as, right? And he accepted all the offerings from the Brajavasis. Why it is called Anyoragan? Because when he was really consuming all the, accepting all the Naivedyams, he felt satisfied. Yes. Then he said, now I want to drink. I am thirsty now. My hunger is gone, but now I am thirsty. But then Brajavasi realized that they forgot to bring any water. So then they were begging, oh Giri Govardhan, we are so sorry, we didn't really think about that. What can we do? Please be satisfied with whatever the offering that we have done. Then Giri Govardhan said, yes, okay, I am fine. But in order to quench my thirst, I will drink all the water from Manasi Ganga, which is next to that. Okay, I will come to the slide as well. But anyway, so he was calling Anyora, bring more. But then the thirsty and all those things, Manasa Ganga. That's how the Leela goes. Anyway, on the way we used to take some break. And I used to talk about behind the whole entire so in fact here describing
okay, all right, very good.
Yeah, so he was asking for water and we enacted a drama. Of course, we used to play this as a background, and every time we celebrated Govardhan Puja, actually, most of the time that we used to do at the home of Prabhu in North Carolina. So it used to be wonderful. So we used to really enact. All the children used to enact.
Very happy to accept your offerings. However, this food is not enough for me. I want more. Bring me more. Anyora.
Oh Giriraja, this is all we brought for you. Please accept and be satisfied.
Your affection to me is really great. I am.
Okay, anyway, so I am not going to play everything. So then, so Indra got upset. So he pounded this entire Vrindavan with the thunders and so much of horrible, the storms and everything. So he was really trying to finish it up. But then Krishna lifted Giri Govardhan and everybody, all those gopis and gopas and elders, everybody, all the cows and calves, everybody went under this Giri Govardhan. And they were all staying for 7 days and 7 nights. And they did not have to think about anything else. This would be the mood when we really go to this Brajadam. 7 days and 7 nights, we should not eat anything. We should not drink anything. we should not even, we did not sleep. Is it possible? That is up to our stamina, how much devotion that we have. Okay, so that should be the mood. That was the reason that we did not take everybody to really parikrama, only the initiated devotees. So, because otherwise they'll be shouting for I want food. Every few hours they'll be shouting. Either I want to drink something, I want to eat something. We got enough of it. So I said, no more taking anyone just like that. But anyway, so this really turned out to be much better. So now anyway, so Indra was defeated eventually because 7 days and 7 nights, they were all happy. And finally Indra, just gave up. But he got so upset and then he was really feeling guilty. So he wanted to really get forgiveness from Krishna. But he was afraid of even going near that boy, small boy. He was afraid. So he was thinking about, that was the time that Surabhi came. So then he really begged Surabhi to really come and then help him. So Surabhi, because why? Surabhi is the mother of all the cows. So she came. And this Lord Indra was really going behind in shame. He was so shy. And finally, then with the help of Surabhi and also with the Airavata, which actually the elephant carrier of Lord Indra, they all did wonderful Abhishekam. And Lord Indra gave the name to Krishna, you are Govinda. So all the Abhishekams, they all really collected in the pond. And that's what the pond you are seeing, which is called Govinda Kunda. So this is a place where all the Abhishekam actually got collected. Then also Surabhi also gave special Abhishekam. So these Abhishekam, this water actually got collected in a place called Surabhi Kunda. Surabhi Kunda, we spent some time actually. It was really, really wonderful. So what you are actually seeing here is the same Surabhi Kunda as it appears right now. And we have some deities also there. Apparently, I think that is Surabhi, etc. Yeah, that is the place there. But it's a so wonderful place there. And I think this is probably the just a little more of details about, they're inside. But again, we would have probably gone near and then see who are all there. Anyway, so there must be Indra, Surabhi, and Krishna. Now on the way, let us keep going. Follow me. You see so many things. But here, this particular place is called Morshila. So this Morshila has so many things behind. It's colored. If you see, it is colored. And apparently, when Krishna and Radharani, they really played holy, because that I covered in the very first episode, Golala Kund. That is a place where the holy actually started first. Anyway, when they played, the holy color also really deposited on the rocks. That is one. Then also there is one more thing behind. So there you see the color, and also there is also you can see more impressions. If you really watch the stone, holy stone, you can actually see that it has impressions of peacock feathers. Remember what happened to us? Remember those stories about peacocks used to really just come and dance for Krishna. This time what happened to us, because he was playing flute, so this rock got melting, and these peacock's feathers got also the impression on the stone. So that is basically what you are actually seeing. If you see that, how easy to approach.
Peacock feather.
This is the beauty in Vrindavan. Very easy to approach.
அதில் போய் இந்த மேலேருந்து எடுங்க ஒன்றும் இல்லை.
Now coming and keep walking and walking, you will come to this Dangadi. Actually, Gurudev's Mata that I mentioned is very near to here. In fact, the place where we really stayed, from there, it's just walking. When we were there, every day or something, sometime we used to come here. Something very, very special is here. You all remember the pastimes of tax collecting? Krishna collecting tax? You may remember. Yes, that happened here inside. Here also inside, you really have some mukuta, like the Giri Govardhan's, some of the manifestation you can actually see nicely, and then you can worship by pouring milk and everything. But inside, I wanted to take a picture. Somebody took the picture, but they did not share with me. There is the same tree under which Krishna was standing and demanding tax from the gopis. The same tree is there, but now it's dead. But the tree trunk is there. They really put some specially, they really covered it. Under that tree only he was standing and demanding the tax. You all know, even, remember some of our Nigeria devotees also actually.
Did you bring my taxes? See? Oh, yes. How come we forget your taxes?
When we are in Nigeria,
but
yes.
How come I see only few of you today?
We want to do that more
and
more
actually. They are all coming behind us. There are too many bags to carry
so
our taxes.
They are all living.
They are carrying loads of our jewelries and pearls for you. These are only part of it.
So this we actually enacted in anyway. All right. So I told that, and Giri Govardhan, when he really appeared to really accept all the naivedyams, all the offerings, he had to use the Manasi Ganga to drink for the water. But Manasi Ganga has its own glories. Once Nanda Baba and Yashoda, they all really wanted to really go to Ganga. Big pilgrimage, and Krishna was thinking, why they are going all the way there? Then he told, no, you don't have to go all the way there. This is too much for you. You want to see, you want to take a bath in Ganga? Why don't I bring Ganga here? I will bring Ganga. So he, from his manas, mind, he really brought out Ganga and manifested right there in front of them, and this is the lake where this Ganga actually manifested. Bhagirathi Ganga. So it really, her strong current, everything, they all came to this spot and became this Manasi Ganga. This Manasi Ganga has so many other pastimes. You all remember, I really told about some other pastimes. One of them is this boat pastime. Because they, actually Bhagirath, there was a famous rishi, Bhagirathi anyway, so he used to perform big yajna. And the gopis used to really bring buttermilk and all the butter, everything, all the ghee, everything from Barshana and Nandagaon, of course, they all used to bring here. And they used to cross this Ganga, Manasi Ganga, to reach the other side where that Bhaguru Rishi used to perform these fire sacrifices. And they used to come very often. And then once when they are returning, it was becoming so dark. And there was no boatman to really help to cross this, because it was a very big place before. Now there are all buildings came. Finally they are just squeaking. It's almost getting disappearing. And then that was a place where this Krishna came as disguised as an old man, old boatman. He said, he told them, I can help you guys. What do you want? Because there was no other boatman was there. Magically, nobody, everybody vanished. So he was the one who really came, and then of course he demanded so many things. First of all, I want to be fed. You feed me. So whatever the remaining they really had, what the buttermilk, whatever, he ate everything. And then he said, oh, now I am feeling a little sleepy. I want somebody to massage me. So like so he was taking time, and finally he got into the boat, and in the middle of the boat he said, now I am tired. I cannot do anymore. So anyway, so these pastimes all happened, and then he magically made a big storm to appear, and the boat was getting rocked, and the water were all getting in. Then finally Krishna said, of course, he was disguised as an old boatman. And he said, you have to now, we are in big trouble. We are in the middle of the lake, and then we'll be drowned. Throw out everything. Throw out all your parts and even jewels and this and everything. They threw everything out. That's what you see in the picture. So that happened in this Manasi Ganga. And also, yes, let us keep walking. Actually, Balaram, all the Gopals, they all used to really, cowherd in all the places. We saw those in the last episodes about the Charana Pahadi and all those places also. They used to come here too, right? And this is a Mukud. Mukud means crown. Because Balaram used to have a nice crown, similar to Krishna. And once what happened was, of course, Krishna sometimes when he really plays a flute, everything melts. So Balaram, when he was really placing the Mukud, that his crown on the rock, it really took the shape. It got melted and it took a shape. This is the place. It's called the Mukud of Lord Balaram. Okay, so this is all when you are actually walking, doing the parikram on the Giri Govardhan, you will see. Now coming to another important place. This is the place of Madhavendra Puri. Who is Madhavendra Puri? Madhavendra Puri is very special for us. Very, very special. Why? Because there are 4 Sampradayas. Sri Sampradaya, Brahma Sampradaya, Rudra Sampradaya, and Kumara Sampradaya. Out of that, these Brahma Sampradayas basically we belong to. And now in this Sampradaya, ultimately is of course Lord Krishna, that is true, but their focus is Vaikuntha only. All the Sampradayas can give only Vaikuntha. But then before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was about to appear, this Prema Bhakti, especially this Manjari Baba and all this high Baba Bhakti and Prema Bhakti, that particular thing was really totally different. So in order to give, he first sent, Krishna arranged to send from the Goloka Vrindavan a Kalpa Vriksha. The Kalpa Vriksha was actually Madhavendra Puri. This Madhavendra Puri appeared and he took this Brahma Sampradaya, but he was very different. He was a Baba Bhakta. Not like, because all the Brahma Sampradaya, if you see, they do mostly yajnas. They worship. Every day they do a yajna. But yajna is actually belonging to the previous these things. See, we have, in Satya Yuga, there are meditation. Then Treta Yuga is a yajna. Then the Dwapar Yuga is actually all temple worship. But they still are doing this yajna. So this is the problem. But anyway, so now Madhavendra Puri very different. So he came to Vrindavan, and in Vrindavan, because his nature was, he never even goes out to really beg any alms. So if anybody gives, he will eat. Otherwise, nothing. That's it. So then Krishna really came with a pot of milk, and then gave it to Madhavendra Puri that time. And then in the dream at the night, he also told that I am waiting for you. I was waiting for you. And me means his deity form. That is actually it was actually buried because of these Muslim rules and all those. So I want you to really take him out. So he was the one who really took this Srinathji. Now they are all worshipping Srinathji in Natworth. That is near Rajasthan or somewhere there. But anyway, so this place, we are spending some time. And I was actually just giving a Harikatha also about the same incident that I was actually talking about. Then, this is the place where, I believe, is where when Madhavendra Puri really went, and then with the help of all the Brajavasis, when they were digging, they could really bring this Srinathji up there from earth. And that was a place then they really held a very big festival, Annakuta. Annakuta means basically you really bring so many offerings, and they also gave baths and with so much of Yamuna water, Ganga water, all the holy rivers, and also these tender coconuts and all the costumes, everything. They did a big festival. And then Madhavendra Puri went to really get some sandalwood. That's a different story, which is going to link to Brajamandal. Okay. Now, if you see, this is the this is the place where I was actually mentioning about, where they really held the big festival. the Annakut festival. Yes. Now where is Srinathji? Eventually Srinathji had to be also moved out. So now this is a Srinathji temple in Nathdwara. Nathdwara is very, very famous temple if you see that. So this is something probably about 48 kilometers or something northeast of Udaipur city in Rajasthan. This is a very grand temple. And this is like the Tirupati temple or something like that. Very, 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 very rich because so many rich devotees coming. Anyway, on the way, we just kept on walking and walking with so much and giving Harikathas also. And we were all applying the holy dust of
Gurudev did not give another Hari.
on our head. All the foot hills of the dust, holy dust from these foot hills of Govardhan, we were just putting on our heads. And in fact, what is behind the reason of actually doing this was, in fact, the main reason was all our acharyas were walking in this place. And their foot dust is what we want first. Because Giri Govardhan is Krishna. And because in order to really get Krishna, we have to have the mercy from our acharyas, our prema devotees. That's what we need first. So then we are just going there. And after some time, of course, it became so little hot, really hot. So, and actually that was also a Ekadashi day, or I'm not sure. But anyway, then we really took some, autos, and then we really saw, quite some places. I will be probably adding in some different episodes here and there. And one of the places where we really also saw was Shyamananda Prabhu's cave. Remember Shyamananda Prabhu? He did not want to really mingle with anyone. So they all, he actually went into a cave and he was actually, residing there. I didn't really put that one because it will be too much, but I will bring that as in other episodes as we go. And now, to glorify Giri Govardhan, we have a special bhajan, Sri Govardhan Maharaj.
Shri Govardhan Maharaj, Maharaj, tere mate mukut viraj rayo. Shri Govardhan Maharaj, Maharaj, tere mate mukut viraj rayo. Shri Govardhan Maharaj, Maharaj, tere mate mukut viraj
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Wonderful. Now